najswieższego telewizyjnej rewolucji Kevin i Olivia na błogosławie. The international phenomenon. Attack of the Show.
Happy St. Patrick's Day! Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. I'm Chris O'Hardwick.
And I'm Allison McCaislip. Can you do a line dance? We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. Apparently you don't line dance.
No, you were doing such an awesome job. I got tired.
It requires a line.
It does, I'm sorry.
It requires...
You know, Kevin and Olivia are out, but guys, they wanted you to know
They
this.
would line dance. Hey, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, everybody.
Oh, hello there.
Guys.
Hey.
Chris Hardwick.
It's great to be joining you guys live. This is a big deal for us. We're really excited.
We're so excited. We love getting away, but we
Love
miss you
it.
guys a lot. And Kevin and I just wanted to tell you guys that we are having so much fun in.
The internet.
I personally love.
Surfing the web.
That's right. And today's show is looking great. I mean, there were so many good
so
things
many.
on it, like
An astronaut.
Right, and of course,
Break moments.
you know, and we're just so crazy about,
People hurting themselves.
right?
you know,
Oh,
big
God.
deal.
So
Big
have
deal.
fun hosting the show and do a good job, or we'll...
Cyber stalk you,
What she said. She's a kidder.
Anyway,
Allison. Chris.
all right, thanks for having us live on the show.
Now, Olivia and I really have to get back to
The internet.
because we just love it.
Kittens. Pornography. And
Biking.
What?
We love it.
Mine's not even on.
Are they good?
Done.
All right, Kevin and Olivia, everybody, give it up for them. It's their show. We'll try not to break
At
it.
least they didn't threaten our lives today. That's kind
At
of
least
nice.
today they did
Kinda
not.
Nice.
Yeah.
We fit into that. All right, on the show today, a German forklift safety video that teaches us that forklifts aren't very safe. It's educational, it's bloody, and it's around the net. And then Chris Gore's at South by Southwest with sneak peeks of upcoming movies. He scopes out Predators from Robert Rodriguez and Cyrus, a movie about a very creepy family in L.A. Are you dancing over there?
What? I was
Whoa.
not. No.
Yes, you were.
It's a trap!
It's a trap!
Then later, NASA astronaut
It's a trap!
Mike Massimino learns us about life in space in the upcoming IMAX movie Hubble
So
3D.
awesome.
And pound your green beer, because we got to break moments in de-evolution. We're going to meet some folks that think that oven mitts are for pussies. But now, it's time now to run down the top 5 things on the web.
It is now time to do that now.
It is now time
We're
to
going
now.
around the net.
It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap!
It is so fun to say that.
It is a lot of fun.
It's a trap.
It's a trap! Now we begin with evidence that exercise balls are not always good for your health.
Or your home.
Dude, I think we're out of Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna load down the shoulder.
Yeah!
All that guy wanted was more Parmesan cheese.
And they're still out of
instead
it.
He got busted
They're still
through
out of the cheese.
door.
The shoulder was separated, but thankfully the giant ball was unharmed. So
On a plus side,
Yep.
at least that's a walk-in closet now.
That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it.
All right, in at number 4, there is a bearded comedian, Zach Galifianakis.
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis. There you go.
Galifianakis. 2 + 2 is 4. Yay, math.
I'm so good at math.
You are.
All right, so that dude returns with a new episode of his talk show Between Two Ferns.
And this time, it's Ben Stiller who's in the awkward seat.
My guest today has been Stiller. Ben Stiller?
yeah, Stiller.
Be cool if you change your last name to They're Done That.
Yeah, right.
You get it?
I do get it, yeah. It'd be if I was from the South. You're from the South, right?
Yeah.
Then it'd be better because it'd be like been there, not been.
Are you making fun of the South?
Not at all.
Because people down there wouldn't like that.
No.
They're stupid enough to go to your movies. Do you wish that you had ever followed your parents into comedy? Taking that route. Comedy route.
Okay. I'm done.
Go to the bathroom?
No, I'm leaving.
Where does Two Ferns tape?
Zach has a van. Today's number 3 is a German import called Stapler Fahrerklaus.
Stapler Fahrerklaus. Okay, apparently when Germans make forklift safety videos, they don't hold anything back. You may not know this, but that is also quality German porn.
That's right. In case you aren't familiar, that's from the Forkin' Babe series. Let's see, there's Forkin' Babes Eins, Forkin' Babes Zwei, but Forkin' Babes Zwei, you want to skip that one altogether. It's not good.
Yeah, it's the best-selling series since Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff.
He's just drunk on a carpet speaking German.
Eating burgers.
Hey, here's a German knock-knock joke. Klapfe, klapfe.
Who's there?
Wer ist da? Pfirsich wer? Pfirsiche habe keinen Wirt und ist keinen Gat. Which means knock knock, who is there? Peaches who? Peaches have no intrinsic value and there is no God. Hilarious! They are so funny, the Germans. You know that?
I don't know what just happened over here. Where did that come from? How do you know knock knock?
It's a trap!
How do you know knock knock jokes in German?
I get around!
Apparently. Do you do stand-up in German, too?
Yes.
That's awesome.
No.
All right, fine. Okay, today's number 2 is a trap! No. We're doing that all show, guys. Thanks. It's an alternate clip from Chris Nolan's superhero epic, The Dark Knight. In the third act, Morgan Freeman helps Batman eavesdrop on Gotham to find the Joker. We all remember that, right?
And now, this particular take is a little more graphic than the final theatrical cut. Santa Claus knows when you've been bad or good, but the Dark Knight knows when you're getting busy.
Beautiful. This is too much power for one person. That's why I gave it to you. Only you can use it. I'll help you this one time. But consider this my resignation. As long as this machine is at Wayne Enterprises, I won't be.
Morgan Freeman just can't handle that much porn. And to be fair, the porn version of Joker's pencil trick is just something you can never unsee. It's awful. Right, Chris? Chris, what are you doing?
I'm a thing.
Okay, Chris, we need you back at the Chris, this is gross. Chris, you're rotating. What are you, this is...
It's really good.
Okay, whatever. Still ahead, it's a St. Patrick's Day miracle. Yay! You'll see what's at the end of the rainbow, and here's a hint, it might be a mouth of gold. Okay, you know what? You need to just stop that.
What?
Stop. Just come back over here.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by Sony Make.Believe. Believe that anything you can imagine, you can make real.
From Hollywood to Bollywood. Ink Goddess. Hamle ke show.
Just the one, really.
Coming in at number 1 today is the best news report ever. In 2006, the world was rocked by a possible leprechaun on the loose in Alabama. Since then, the video has become a cherished part of St. Patty's celebrations around the globe.
Now, I don't remember how we celebrated St. Patty's before this clip. I don't even know how that was even possible.
You know what? I hosted the show last year on St. Patrick's Day, and we showed this clip as well.
I think I did too.
We have to do it.
I think you and I did this last year. This is going to be a yearly thing. We'll get together right here on G4, and then we're going to watch NBC's 15's Brian Johnson on the scene in Mobile.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations.
Could be a crackhead who got hold to the wrong stuff.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun.
This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish. I just came to help out.
Others just came to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where the gold at. I want the gold.
I'll never get tired of seeing that. Could be a crackhead.
Could be a crackhead.
Now, it turned out there actually was a leprechaun up that tree.
Yes, and later in the night it killed everyone in the neighborhood except a babysitter.
Ooh.
And or a crackhead.
Or a crackhead. Could be a crackhead.
It's a crackhead trap. And speaking of St. Pat's fun, we asked you how you plan to spend the day, and unfortunately, you told us.
Yeah. Here are a few of your messages that have St. Patrick just spinning in his grave.
Yeah, this is Todd. St. Patty's Day, huh? I'm gonna go get me some of that newfangled green beer. Go get a $5 hooker with only one tooth and have a beautiful day. And if I get a chance to, I might even go run around naked for a weekend. Goodbye.
Yeah, for St. Patty's Day, I'm gonna finally catch a leprechaun. Damn leprechauns keep stealing my pants.
Yeah, it's Bill from West Virginia. Yeah, I'm gonna some hot chick. I'm gonna make a daughter. I'm gonna drink American beer because I'm American. Get it sucks. Booyah.
By the way, I like the Google Voice has the tape button and the beep, like the old answering machine.
That last guy was convinced that he was going to make a daughter.
He's going to make a daughter.
It was not going to be a son.
A beer gives you 2 extra chromosomes right there.
I'm only going to drink American beer.
America!
Oh, I almost said
Apostrophe America!
Apostrophe?
Yeah, apostrophe America.
Oh, America.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, these days, scientists are fighting the global fuel crisis head-on with electricity, solar paneling, and robots.
Which will hopefully leave us with an oil surplus that we can use for more practical purposes. Rub-downs, naked wrestling, uncontrollable hair frizz, things of that nature.
And let's see what's cooking on the eco stove on today's Green Tech.
Let's.
Who needs fossil fuels? We're going green with the newest types of transportation both on land and in the water. For starters, the Honda Motor Company has found an eco-friendly way for people to get around with the U3X, an electric unicycle. Shown off at the recent Geneva Auto Show, this self-balancing unicycle uses the same technology found in Honda's Asimo robot. The U3X was created as a personal mobility device for the elderly and physically challenged. The operator controls the U3X by shifting his or her body weight, which causes the main wheel to move forward and backwards, while several smaller wheels allow the vehicle to move side to side. The U3X travels at 3.7 miles per hour and has a 1-hour duration on a full charge. It weighs less than 22 pounds and fits easily inside a car trunk for transportability. There's no confirmed release date yet, but Honda hopes that this could be a new green method of transportation. If you need more speed, then head on over to Barcelona, Spain, future home of the world's first electric car Grand Prix. Brought to us from the same organization that started the first electric motorcycle race, the Time Trial Extreme Grand Prix is starting a carbon-free and zero-emission race with electric cars such as the Tesla Roadster and Protos car Lambo 2. Originally set for Paris, the race was moved to Spain. And like the Monaco Grand Prix, the course will be a 1.8-mile circuit through the Spanish coast city. The largest gathering for zero-carbon racing starts this October. But if you'd rather sail the seas, then come aboard on the Planet Solar, the world's largest sun-powered vessel. Built by Germany's Neerum Yacht Club to show off the power of the sun, the Planet Solar will attempt the difficult task of traveling around the world at an average speed of 8 knots per hour. This 100-foot-long catamaran can fit 200 people and uses over 5,000 square feet of photovoltaic cells to power its silent and eco-friendly turbines. Despite its size, the Planet Solar will only be carrying a crew of 2 skippers when it goes on its maiden voyage around the world this April. With the latest innovations in transportation and technology, we'll still be able to travel the world quickly and efficiently with the power of green tech.
Penny, for your thoughts?
I'm imagining a post-apocalyptic world where roving bands of cannibal nerds terrorize the populace on souped-up, self-balancing unicycles at incredibly low speeds.
I want my penny back.
Go fish. Still ahead. Are the feds monitoring your Twitter page? And what's the big social networking news out of South by Southwest? We'll tell you in the loop.
And later, we're going to get higher than we've ever been before when NASA astronaut Mike Massimino takes us to outer space in 3D. Stick around. I really want that penny back, dude. What'd you do with it?
Hey, guess what? We're live.
Oh my gosh, here's Blair Herden with the headlines.
Headlines, print is dead.
Hello.
Where's your green? He's not wearing green. Don't we get to punch people who don't wear green?
Oh, I'm wearing green.
Oh, God.
Start the feed. Go fish! It is Wednesday, March 17th. What was that from? What country? Here are your top stories. The FBI may soon be going undercover on social networking sites like MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah, it's kind of scary. According to a 33-page presentation by the U.S. Department of Justice obtained by the EFF, included is a short list of the benefits of following potential suspects on social networks. Things like easy access to location information and help in proving and disproving alibis. That's not real. There's still some details that need to be ironed out, especially consider that most social networking sites actually forbid users from registering fake names to gain members' trust. We are going to have more on this and other social networking news coming up in the loop. Now, the indie rockers of the world might just be getting their big break. YouTube's Musicians Wanted, a new feature on YouTube's partner program, is looking for all types of original music video content. Along with receiving a, quote, majority of the income generated from YouTube ads, independent musicians who are accepted through the program will be able to post tour dates, control the design of their pages, and will make additional money when their YouTube videos are embedded on external sites like music blogs. This is really, really awesome. The first band to actually apply for the program, OK Go, who, as you know, reportedly, they left their label EMI earlier this month because they wouldn't allow OK Go to embed videos on YouTube. So awesome. And it's possible that the Xbox 360 is going to be shedding a few pounds, a nearly unheard of feat in gaming. Because look at us. I mean, seriously. We're crazy out of shape. There we go. A redesign for Microsoft's 360, testing of which has recently been completed in China, is rumored to combine the CPU and the GPU in a single chip, in addition to slimming down the size of the actual console, much like Sony's PS3. Now, while it's not certain whether there's any legitimacy to these claims, a redesigned console would make sense, especially if the reduction in size comes with a reduction in cost. Hopefully, Microsoft will also be tackling, the Red Ring of Death, because, dude, they break so much. And finally, more than 100 cars in Austin, Texas were remotely disabled by an unemployed car salesman. The system that disabled the vehicles is used legally by car dealerships to assist them in repossessing cars. The alleged suspect, however, was recently laid off from Texas Auto... Look at that guy. Of course he did something wrong. He was just laid off from the Texas Auto Center, but used a coworker's password to log in and shut down over 100 cars sold by the dealership. Angry and confused car owners found that they were not only unable to start or move their cars, the horns would actually honk uncontrollably until the battery was disconnected. Now, the subject was arrested today and charges are pending, and hilarious. That's right. I'm Blair Herder, and you have just been fed.
As we mentioned in the feed, the feds are logging on to Twitter, but that's not the only big social networking news making headlines. We'll explain it all in The Loop. Joining us from fabulous Mountain View, California to help make sense of it all is co-editor for Mashable, Mr. Ben Parr is here. Welcome, Ben.
Well, thank you for having me on again.
Oh, very nice to see you. Now, we've just heard that the feds are considering using social networking sites like, Facebook and Twitter to catch criminals. But is that like a ginormous surprise to learn that law enforcement does this?
No, not really. They've been doing it for years, since the days of MySpace, to catch predators and sexual offenders and the like.
What was that one you just mentioned?
Sexual predators?
No, but I was talking about MySpace. I don't remember what that is.
No, but the criminals are using it for more and more advanced things. Most recently, drug cartels in Mexico are using it to coordinate their drug smuggling plans, so police need to be on there to find them.
You've received a drug smuggling invite. What is... So, what's the lesson here? Is it the obvious one, like, hey, maybe don't share your nefarious plans on social networks? Is there another lesson?
Use common sense is the big one, but you don't want to be uploading pictures of you doing illegal things. That's probably a good idea.
So South by Southwest has now become a huge event for all the social networking sites. And I know that one of the big stories was GoWalla versus Foursquare, the location war. So how did that turn out?
So GoWalla and Foursquare are two mobile apps for checking into locations where your friend and find where your friends are. There was a huge battle, but a lot of people think that Foursquare won. Foursquare actually had about 350,000 check-ins at its peak and 100,000 new users in the last 10 days.
That's insane. So, I mean, we're talking about all this location service stuff. How big of an impact do these services have, like Foursquare and GoWalla? I mean, are they going to make an even bigger impact this year? I mean, personally, like, I signed on to Twitter recently, and they're like, hey, do you want to tell people where you are? And I'm like, no, I don't. I do not want to do that. So why is this happening?
Well, you have to think about how people are in general. People want to be social. People want to know where their friends are. And people want to gather in groups. So if you make it easier to share where your friends are and to find out where your friends are, people are going to naturally be attracted to the service. I think there's a lot of growth coming in the next few years.
So you really think that geotagging is going to catch? You think it's going to go mainstream, or do you think it's just going to be like a fun, nerdy, early adopter thing?
Definitely mainstream. But Twitter just launched something for geotagging, and Facebook's expected to launch something in the next few months.
So Twitter exploded at last year's South by. What was the big announcement this year? What did they say?
Twitter's CEO announced a new platform called @Everywhere, which allows you to put Twitter a little bit easier in your websites.
Okay, so, I mean, is this, are we going to see any kind of ad platform with this? Or, because I mean, they're so nebulous about how they plan to make money. Is this the way that they're going to actually start monetizing Twitter?
That was probably the big disappointment at South by Southwest. A lot of people expected them to announce the ad platform, and they didn't. The only things we really know about it is it's going to probably involve Twitter search, and developers are going to be able to use it. Other than that, we probably have to wait until next month.
I mean, do you think it's going to affect basic users like you and me, or is that really going to be for, like, big companies?
The ad platform for everybody, the @Everywhere system, developers, it's more important for developers.
Okay. Well, Ben, thank you so much for being here and keeping us in the loop.
Absolutely.
All right. I think, yes, Allison Hayslip is on the set, and she is over there, and she has a thing to say.
I'm like 15 feet away from you. You could have just looked this way and seen me.
There you are!
Oh, hey! All right, so we sent movie guy Chris Gore to Austin South by Southwest to bring us the latest movie news. And today he's bagged predators and a fat guy in love. God, I hope they're in the same movie.
Hey, Chris Gore here in Austin, Texas, and that can mean only one thing. It's time for South by Southwest. This is the biggest festival in the world. Everything from interactive to music, and my favorite, film. South by Southwest started back in 1987 as just a music festival that's transformed into the beast it is today. In the mid-90s, South by Southwest added a film festival to give a home to up-and-coming indies. And since I'm the guy that keeps up to date with what's hot on the movie screen, here's a look at the films people are buzzing about at South by Southwest.
Are you flirting with me? I'm like Shrek.
A divorcee down on his luck thinks he's finally going to catch a break when he meets the girl of his dreams in the movie Cyrus, only to discover he's competing for her attention with another man, her son.
Hey, guys.
Whoa!
Sorry for interrupting you.
Where did the idea for Cyrus come about?
We're sick individuals.
Yeah, we're
really
sick
what it comes down to.
and we like to exploit our relationships and those of our friends to make people laugh.
Night, John.
Actually, your mom's in the shop. There's an emotional truth to the movie, and and the way we speak to each other is almost entirely improvised in the movie as far as dialogue.
The light is hitting your hair in this great way. It's like a crippled tree reaching for heaven.
The characters are very real characters, so it didn't take an insane amount of imagination to imagine what these situations would be like in real life.
If you want to mess with me, I want to mess with you right back. Oh, buddy.
Everything okay?
From Jonah Hill yucking it up with John C. Reilly to a backwoods horror comedy. Next up, we have Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
College kids! College kids!
They're gonna kill her. Tracking the adventures of two unsuspecting guys who get mistaken as backwoods killers, Tucker and Dale are just trying to help out a bunch of kids on spring break. But they just keep killing themselves.
We borrow some things from Fargo, maybe, and a few other areas. So we're playing off other movies, but for me, I never wanted to directly spoof it. Just kind of use it to twist it up and do something original.
What are you wearing?
Thought it might look kind of intimidating. Does it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Austin local Robert Rodriguez gives us a sneak peek into sci-fi's most fearsome alien hunter, predators. A group of trained killers that don't know each other are forced to work together as they realize they're on an alien planet and have transitioned from predators to prey. They're being hunted one by a new breed of alien predators.
This planet is a game preserve. We're the game.
We really wanted to go back to basics, just really good storytelling, getting terrific actors, coming up with terrific human characters.
Tell me about the different predators in the movie. We're going to see a type of predator we haven't seen in previous films.
Yeah, these are a little more sadistic, sleeker, bigger, taller, nastier, all around bad guys.
Now, whether you're a huge star or a tiny film looking to get noticed, South by Southwest has something for everyone.
Played the piano for the Predator.
And his music was so beautiful that he realized it was wrong to be a predator. The end.
That's so awesome. All right, it's time now for another
thing we found on the internet that was interesting. So the biggest kind of petered out there at the end.
Because it takes so long to say.
It really does. But the biggest mystery in music besides Justin Bieber is the identity of the people responsible for the YouTube channel I am I. Yay.
Into a song. All right, so there are several WTF-inspired music videos, and this one entitled B, it just appeared in the last 48 hours. B.
So we don't have any idea who that is.
That's okay, because we don't know what it is either.
Perfect! Well, stay tuned. NASA astronaut Mike Massimino is here, and he was going to show us life in space from the upcoming IMAX movie Hubble 3D.
I really hope we get to see someone take a zero-gravity Daddy Key in 3 dimensions. It'd be awesome.
I hope so.
It would float at your face.
The feed is delivered to you by Pizza Hut. On Wednesdays, get any Pizza Hut wing for one incredible price. Here's a question for you. Would you clamp your hand on a hot waffle iron for a year of paid TV and internet? You logged on to G4TV.com and told us what you thought. We'll have the results right after the break. The results are in, and about 47% of you said you would clamp your hand on a hot waffle iron for a free year of TV and internet. Who needs their hands anyway? Log on to G4TV.com for more questions like this and tell us just how far you'd go.
Okay, so...
How will you go online with your waffle iron hands?
Well, and I was also thinking, you know, like it'd be great to save money on a year of television and internet, but the amount you would have to pay in medical bills after frying your hand, I think it outweighs that.
You just thought 3 steps past everyone who took that survey right there, so don't worry about it. Earlier, Kevin sat down with Mike Massimino, who is a freaking astronaut.
That's so sweet. He has been to space, bitches.
Yeah. Space bitches?
All right, my next guest's day job involves floating high above the planet and fixing $6 billion telescopes.
We get to go on this really cool adventure, but we don't get to take everybody with us. The experience that you go through while you're going through it is very cool, and so I wanted to try to capture some of the human side of what it was like to be up there and experience what we were doing.
I'm about 2 feet to go out of the telescope. I do have a warning for you. There's a possible finger pinch hazard when you're stowing coaster on the F fixture, so be careful. Thanks, Mike.
You're stuck inside of that suit. It's not quite Barney's New York. It's a good suit, but it doesn't come with its own restroom or cafeteria.
That's always the problem with Barney's. Joining me now, the lead astronaut on the STS-125 mission and the star of IMAX Hubble 3D, Mike Massimino is here, everybody. How are you, sir?
Thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure and honor and privilege to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Is that a common problem? You can throw a tie on the spacewalking suit, but you can't take advantage of the space undies in Barney's? Or?
That's right. Yeah, there's limitations. There's limitations. The suit works fine in space, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable thing, but it works well.
So, you know, the NASA gave us Velcro, but they still haven't given me permission to soil myself during a live interview.
Yeah, no, you can always wear the diaper.
But yeah,
you can always do that.
Cross country too.
Yeah.
Another story. Let's talk about Hubble and IMAX in 3D because it is tough to compete for mindshare these days. Especially with the kids. I know lax marijuana laws in this country mean it's going to be sold out for weeks because we will sit and watch anything if it's shiny and in 3D and high def. And the ADD generation loves the reflection. But I think this is one of those films that could finally reinvigorate the public and the youth and get them thinking that, oh my God, space really is awe-inspiring again.
Yeah, I hope so. And it's the closest thing to being there. You know, we get to go, we get to see these wonderful things, and it's hard to describe and show. We can take pictures and video from the cabin, but when you get to see it on the big screen in 3D, it reminds me, it brings back my memories. And it allows it's as close as you can get, and your memories fade. So getting to see it makes me feel like I'm there again, and allows me to share with my family and friends, and I think people are really going to enjoy seeing it.
Audiences may actually mess themselves because they feel like they're on that spacewalk.
Yeah, maybe we should include with the glasses, we should include the diaper.
Just hand them out as you go.
That's what we should try.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. Although don't take them back at the end of the viewing like they do the glasses.
That's right. That's for them to keep. Yeah, keep going with it.
How difficult was the mission? I mean, first of all, what was wrong with the telescope in the first place? Because we were still getting imagery from the Hubble, right?
Yeah, it was working pretty well, but parts wear out. It's just like any other machine. Things are going to wear out. And it needed new batteries. It had the same batteries. It wasn't little double A's. It was gigantic batteries, right? Big batteries, but the same ones that it launched with 20 years ago. So it's time to replace those. These gyroscopes, which pointed very well, they wear out because they spin for a long time. We had to replace those. And then we upgrade stuff. Now, think about your digital cameras, right? When we started with them years ago to what they are now, how more powerful they are. Same thing with the cameras on Hubble. You know, the technology has gotten better, so we wanted to upgrade its technology. So it's kind of like an overhaul and an upgrade. And
you're going up there, you're checking the oil, your hand cranking the battery
more or less,
again,
making sure, exactly. Yeah. Get it all going, make sure everything is just the way it should be.
Is that easy? I mean, why don't you could like vacuum pack a Geek Squad guy from Best Buy.
Well, that's what we did.
We're kind
of like that.
How difficult is it? Because I can't imagine when they designed the telescopes, did they know that this sort of routine maintenance would be happening years and years later?
Yeah, this is the interesting thing about Hubble is that all these instruments we put on today, they didn't have those in mind necessarily when they launched it 20 years ago. So it was made so that it could be serviced by the space shuttle. Launched on the space shuttle, and they knew they were going to send up crews. We had 5 servicing missions. We were the last one. But 5 crews went up there to help invigorate it, repair it, and so on, and you could bring the new technology with you. So it was made to be serviced.
How does going into space change you? I mean, aside from the superpowers you get from the radiation and whatever that, I imagine you got something cool going on. But I mean, really, because you say that seeing this film is the closest you can get to describing it and feeling like you're there. But emotionally, like, how does it actually change you?
The view of the Earth is what gets you, particularly from a spacewalk, where you're not looking through a window and you're out there in your little bubble of a helmet and you can see everything. And the planet is this gigantic round. It takes up your full view, but you see this gigantic planet that we live on.
This flat disk floating in space.
It's not flat.
Okay, all right, okay. We could debate this for hours.
You can see it. No, it really is round, actually. We've proven that by seeing it. It's this big round thing that's up there, and I guess what my perspective on the Earth changed. Because you look at it and you say, man, this isn't the Earth that we know. I drove over here in a car today. You know, we go to a ball game, play your video games, whatever. That's like the Earth, we go to the grocery store. But it is a planet out there in all this chaos that's going on. You can see the Earth here, and I can turn my head and see the moon, and I can turn my head and see the stars, and we're out there in the middle of all of it. The Hubble is showing us what else is around us, but we are all space travelers. And that's how it's kind of changed my view of where we are.
I just hate, I can't go 2 cities away for relaxation and without feeling bummed that I'm coming home to L.A. I can't imagine the feeling when you're coming back down from space. Like, you're going to have that Hurt Locker moment in the supermarket where you're like, oh, they're selling space toys. Yeah, I was there, jerks. Some kids whining for something does it make the everyday sort of the drudgery of life?
Some, you're coming back from this great trip, and you come home, you pull into the driveway, and I'm like, how did those shingles come off the roof? Who left this? When did this happen? Anybody been cleaning the pool? I can tell my kids, can anybody take these leaves out of the pool?
All right, I'm going on a mission in the deep end to fix the filter basket. Let's go.
Exactly. This is what happens, though. But you're actually glad to be home. We were glad that we did our job and the Hubble was going to work. And you're glad to make it back because you knew you had to come back eventually. So it's a little bittersweet. But the memories are so wonderful. It makes you want to go back.
And I hope that this film changes the public mindset. It fascinates me. I can't wait to see it, and I can't thank you enough for coming on.
I appreciate your interest.
You guys, IMAX Hubble 3D opens in IMAX theaters on Friday. Go see it.
Now, I gotta say, I love things all space. I went to space camp for 4 years because I'm a major nerd. That's true. But I actually got to see about 10 minutes of this Hubble 3D movie.
Was it amazing?
Incredible. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And the 3D in it is so... It's not like Avatar 3D where you're like, oh my god, I'm riding on a giant blue bird thingy or whatever. It's like real 3D. There's a shot in this movie.
Well, that was the best Na'vi impersonation I've ever heard.
It was really good. But you understood me, right?
I did. There we go.
So there's a shot in it where they're fixing the Hubble, and where the camera is, there's this one wire that cuts across the screen. And I'm watching this footage, and I'm literally trying to go like I was trying to move the wire out of the way. It was that good.
You promise it's that good?
I promise you. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, you're an idiot, and I hope no one else in this theater saw me do that. But, honestly, it was...
Well, you just told everyone now. You just told everyone. BTW, I host a show called Web Soup.
That is true. I know that.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
Let's just pretend so I can tell you about it, all right?
Okay, fine.
Take a look.
Tell me about it.
Next on an all-new Web Soup.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Save your ding-dongs!
I will never listen to music without this again.
They will detect a sperm and dismantle it slowly.
Oh, no, wait! I weep for humanity!
Was that coming out of that guy's nipple?
It might have been a pus ribbon. I don't know. You will have to watch Web Soup, which is back with another new episode right after this program. I hope you like me, because it's back-to-back Hardwick. Go to g4tv.com/websoup for deets.
Oh, my gosh. All right, any other promos you want to get off your chest now?
Yes, at April 5th, I'll be at Largo here in Los Angeles. I will be at Largo in L.A. with Adam Savage of Mythbusters. April 5th.
He does stand-up?
He's going to do my podcast. We're going to do a live version. He's going to bust the myth. Yes, he's going to...
Is he busting the myth of Chris Hardwick?
Yes, he is.
There
at
we
Largo
go.
on April 5th.
All right, still ahead. People fall down and go boom and break moments.
It is not their fault. They were born that way. I mean, stupid, that is. Stick around.
Coming up tomorrow on an all-new AOTS. We've got an AOTS exclusive of the new Predators trailer. Your favorite alien hunters are back and better than ever. Then your request week continues on Gadgetron with the world's thinnest laptop. But is it worth the price? And Chris Gore kicks some ass with superheroes Aaron Johnson, Chloe Moritz, and McLovin. See you tomorrow.
Since the dawn of time, the human race has struggled to evolve.
When man discovered fire, the first thing he did was put it on his nuts. It's break moments.
Yeah. Bam!
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was awesome. But you know what's even more awesome than that?
What?
Here's a guy putting his hand on a burning hot stove.
Need we say more?
Oh, it is hot.
That man committed. He went for it.
He went for it. He really
Wow.
got the rings on his hand, and you could tell it was real because part of it went black where his hand was.
I mean,
where was that? Where was that? Does anybody know where that was?
He sounded Russian.
Sounded
maybe?
a little Russian.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's how they keep warm.
That's a
over
mating
there.
ritual in Russia. That's how they. I hold the hand on stove, da.
Ha!
All right. So this week's rating system is back alley magicians. So how many are we gonna give this fella?
I think for the commitment level,
Right.
5 out of 5.
Of course, you can't not.
Yeah.
You literally can't not give him that.
Right? I know. And he even proved, beforehand with the setting whatever that was.
I
on
wonder
fire.
if it's worth it. Because he's going to have that scar for, that's going to pus over, and it's going to be, weeks and weeks and months. I wonder if the whole time, 3 months in, he's going to be like, it was worth it. It was
Totally
worth it. Yeah.
All right, you can't make break without cracking a few skulls or nuts or burning hands or whatever.
So many masochists, so little time.
Go to G4TV.com/AOTS for all the things you saw today and more.
Yes, I want to thank our guests, Mike Massimino and Ben Carr was here as well. Hey, please, for the love of God, stick around. An all-new episode of Web Soup starts right now. Literally, if you just watch it, you will make the ratings go up. I promise.
It's a trap!
Please.
It's not a trap. Actually, go watch it.
I don't want to lose my job!